Heidi-ho, everyone! This is Spear with No Man's Sky. Didn't these stars used to have names attached to them? But those have disappeared. I guess one of their instances, they said, boy, it takes forever to load when we put up the names. So, alright, remember, we did the 3 jobs for the 3 guilds, so 9 jobs, although I did a few extra ones. So that was that. Next is Let's Speak to Null. And I'm waiting to see if anything pops up. It's not telling me I have to go to another galaxy, so that's good. So perhaps there is a hollow terminus in every yeah, maybe there's one in every system, so that's good. Okay, so let's go to the hollow terminus. There's an anomaly. We wanted to go talk to Polo, and well, we've probably already done that. Let's go talk to Null. Oops. Wrong button. Let's go talk to Null and see what Null has to say about what we've been doing, and see our next step. I don't know what our next step could be. I mean, it could be anything. I could not have predicted what's happened, would have happened. I mean, all the things we've had to do. Really, I think I would just like to go to some Atlas stations and just explore and just get back to the basics of the game for a while. But I don't want to, you know, if I got something to do, I want to keep doing it. Whoa! Alright, that's it. We've been here a while. I mean, a while. We've been here a few times to this planet. Kipali Grodap, I guess, is the one. Common, we still need 5 more. So we haven't done a really good job of scanning for animals. Mostly because it's just so darn cold. This is a... Whoa. Let's get back into the swing of things. Sometimes when you uh-oh. I already got some, I guess I already got you, even though, oh, there's green dot. So somebody down there was, somebody here was chasing me. I mean, we all saw the red paw. Is there a cave that I need to be? There's a cave over there, yeah. Sorry, dude. Oof, lots of grass. Grass. Trees. Yeah, grass and trees. No, everybody gets those two confused. Lots of trees out here. Ooh, and a building. You know, as long as I'm over here. I might as well check out this building. Da-da-da. Minus 83 degrees. Bit chilly. Just a bit. Finding a lot more thamium. For a while there, several planets I found none. So it's good to see that there is some. It's a little bit in balance now, I guess. Alright. Looking around for anything fun. That's the thing, I don't like how stuff pops in like it does, because you could be walking around looking at stuff. I mean, I wish everything was already popped in all the way to the hill. Because you can be looking around and saying, hey, look, there's nothing over there. But then when you walk over there, something might pop in. Something that you actually want. Not necessarily, but it does happen. Alright. From what I can tell, well, I don't know if this is every planet, but a lot of them now have much closer buildings. Look at all these question marks. So I don't know if it's some planets have more and closer or not, or how that's working. I wasn't pointed anywhere near the shield when it gave me the shield, but alright. But, you know, so it's closer that you can walk from one spot to another. Because when this update first came, it was like, you can't walk, you've got to, sorry. It was like you couldn't walk, you had to, fly from one to another. Plus, you couldn't even find the other places you would want to walk to. But now there's question marks all over the place. So that is a positive. You can do more walking. Whether or not everybody sees that as a positive, I don't know. But I like to walk. I like to walk and explore, so I'm calling it a positive for me. You know, you see a lot of stuff when you walk. These little things, you know, you find little clusters of plutonium and stuff like that. So there's nothing in here. In the Erland Forest, there's a device. 197 units, all worthwhile. But yeah, so if I didn't have to go to the Hollow Terminus, I would just zip along to all these question marks and explore. Eventually find all the creatures. I mean, I guess I could do it anyway, but when I've got the when I've got something to do, I do it. We're following that story on Artemis and Apollo and Null and Nada and Polo. It's all tied together. You would think it wouldn't be all tied together. Well, No Man's Sky doing their own thing. A lot of times in, like, on TV and in stories and books and stuff, I mean, sometimes it is everything's tied together, but a lot of times it will be separate stories. So, like, if you don't like the main story, like you say you don't want to hear about Artemis and Apollo, but you've got this separate story about Nada and Polo. Maybe you can follow that story or read about them or learn about them. But it's looking like everything is tied together, which is interesting, I guess, but there are only seconds remaining. I bet I haven't... Don't give me money, just give me the stuff. I'm your best friend, dude. I don't know what that means. But the point of the story is, I wish the stories were separate. That it wasn't the same... Oh, no. It wasn't the same story. Because that way, if you didn't like one story, if you're like, boy, this Artemis thing, I'm just annoyed by it, then you can say, oh, well, how about I look at this Polo thing? This is a fun story. And do the Polo story. But I get the idea everything is all tied into one thing, which is all right. I mean, I'm not complaining about the stories. I'm just saying sometimes the stories are not all interconnected. Like think of like a soap opera on TV. Now, admittedly, a lot of you may have never seen a soap opera, and frankly, I don't think I have either. But I think they have a bunch of different stories. They'll have stories about young people, old people, men, women, children, whatever. And they'll all have different stories. So while you might watch all the stories, you would be more inclined to like one more than the other, and they don't always interact and combine. People have their own lives. Nada and Polo have their own lives that disconnect. They're not the same as Artemis and Apollo. Well, they're not the same people or whatever. But everybody seems to know everybody, and I wish it was separate. That's all I'm saying. That would be a little more fun if things were separate. Maybe not for everybody, but for me it would be a little more fun, that's all. Okay, so I did get a shielding shard, which is good because I could use that about now. I love these cold planets. Something about a cold planet. I know I say it a lot, but when I see a cold planet, I just I want to go around and explore. I don't know why. I mean, I guess, well, you know, probably because when No Man's Sky first came out, this is a weird place for one thing. When No Man's Sky first came out, I think my first planet was cold. I think I've played 3 games of this, and all my planets, except the one, of course, I'm putting on the internet, they've all been cold. This game started on a radioactive world, if I'm not mistaken, or at least hot. I think it was radioactive. But all the other ones started on cold. I like cold. And cold's fairly easy to deal with, actually. You know, just go out. If you're too cold, go out, hang out in a cave for a bit. You'll warm up. Problem solved. Things were a lot easier when you just needed iron. Now you need iron and platinum for a shield. So it's a little bit harder, but still fun time. See, look at this. Oh, it's abandoned. Oh, I was like, this is a perfect place for a nice little home. I'm well off the beaten track here. You know when you're walking around and you start coming across abandoned homes, that's a sign you maybe need to get back to what you're supposed to be doing. So let's check this out and then
temperature levels stabilizing.
and then we'll get back to the story at hand. Despite however much I say I wish I had a different story. Alright, I don't like these things. Forgotten terminals. This story, I guess... Well, see, now this is a separate story about these things taking over, I don't know. Yeah, this machine and plant warped together somehow. I remember this story. Apparently they didn't like this story. And it wasn't an actual story. So it was kind of just dropped for the updates. It's never gotten an update. Which is a good point. I never liked the story anyway, so I guess nobody else did either. Okay, so that question mark's 2 minutes. The ship is 1 minute and 40. Oh. Somehow we gotta... Okay. So if I'm not careful, I'm just gonna let myself, you know, get distracted this whole time. And who knows where I'll wind up. Which I guess is okay, because... Where do I got to go? I gotta know where to go. There's no timetable on this thing. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. How have I pulled that off? But I need to recharge that. Okay, so let's send that over there. Along with that. Teleport coordinators, alright. I hadn't realized I had those. Iridium, plutonium, iridium. Charge of this stuff. Summon ship. So apparently, no matter where you are, you can summon your ship. Well, don't let me say wherever you are. Apparently, there are several locations where you can summon your ship. And I'm never going to get anywhere if I keep going back the way I came. It's always weird when it doesn't do... Alright, so it's getting... The sun's going down. Look at this one. It looks brown and... Well, not in this picture. Look at that. Well, I guess that's just probably the shadow. I was going to say how damaged it looked. I gotta be worried about the... Uh-oh. Alright. Send that back over. So I got enough for one slot. One spot. Anything? I'm just sitting here wasting shielding. Nope. Alright, let's go. Sun's going down, and it's getting warmer. I found this on a lot of planets now that I'm looking at it. The hot planet, sun went down and got hotter. Wait, no, the sun's going down and gets hotter. That seems to be a common theme. I sense another update coming. Why is this snowbound planet getting warmer after the sun goes down? I'm sitting here thinking, boy, I need to get back into shelter pretty soon because it's going to get icy cold, and it didn't. Right. Let's use the update all. See what happens. So it only works on planets. Great. Making it, what do I want to call it? Useless? Pretty much. Only works on planets. That's great. Well, planets don't take any time at all to upload. The problem is all these animals. A lot of times things I don't understand. Alright, so not a lot going on up here. Pretty dull. This is actually closer than those other ones. See, there's a cave. If we started out on this planet, we could just use that cave. So remember, I did that a lot. You know, you'd start far away from your ship. So, you know, and it's icy cold, so what do? You run a bit, you hide out in a cave, you warm up. You run a bit, you hide out in the cave. Did that lots. Not that button. This button. So snow planets are actually pretty comfortable. Unless they're too cold. You have storms and stuff. The Gek Scourge. Yes, as we learned last time, the Gek used to be very, well, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Aggressive? And I'm not really sure I understand the story. They used to be very aggressive, but then some of their Korvax slaves dumped nanite clusters, which were actually, nanite clusters make up the Korvax, which is weird because we trade in nanite clusters. So it seems like we're trading in Korvax body parts. But, So they affected the young Gek and turned them into traders. By traders, I mean they buy and sell things. I don't mean they're actual traders, as in going against the Gek worlds. So anyway, but apparently from that, somehow their following children were also affected, and so on and so on and so on. These nanite cubes not only affected the original Gek that they, or the young Gek that were born, but all the Gek thereafter. Which is kind of the part I don't get, how that happened. But I guess once you change the DNA structure of a thing, any offspring from that might also be changed. And there you have it. The Gek are now businessmen and women. Which is cool. Actually, I think that's probably best for them, because you can't stay supreme overlords of the universe forever. You know, sooner or later there's nothing else to conquer. But if you're now businessmen conquering the industrial world, making all the money and not having to fight, can't ask for much more than that. Ha! Scent. You think scent would have been one of those words I learned a long time ago? The Geks are big on the Gek are big on scent. They're always giving out a lot of smells and stuff. Alright. Got space. Got plenty of space. Wouldn't mind selling some stuff though. I don't know what to do with this. Fusion core, high capacity. Is this stuff just to sell? Or maybe I sell it in a certain location, I think is where I want to sell these things. Maybe in a high-tech world or something. Not sure. Alright. Null. Let's go talk to Null. That's what we came here for. Boy, we're only one species away from a full house here. Whoop. And they have rungs of a ladder, but you can't climb up. Am I going the wrong way? I always seem to go the wrong way when I come up there. There we go. Yes, multiple signals, yada yada yada. But I never get to choose. It always says it has multiple signals, but I never get to choose. If there's somebody I'm supposed to talk to, it goes straight to them. Hello, Null. Now remember, Null is what used to be a troublemaker. See, I still don't get that. Just because Korvax are melted down, I don't think that affects their being, because, well, they're electronic and, well, alright. Yes, I just said that the Korvax were enslaved and then they changed the Geks and da-da-da-da-da. Ask what this means. I ask what this means, and they're not telling me what it means. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna continue to listen, but I would prefer to try to get away. There's something wrong with existence. Okay. So now the Atlas will not speak to Null, it will speak to me, although I don't remember it speaking to me. Oh. Okay. Null is unhappy that the Atlas won't speak to it. But it speaks to me. And I'm going to freeze if I'm not... They're just making me stand out here and freeze, huh? Hello, Apollo. How you doing? What are those, guns? Are there guns in his hands? Or is it just hands that are vices? Interesting. Never actually looked at them before. So this is, well, alright, so just like Artemis, Apollo is probably in the past and probably already dead. He says he's here, I'm here, but I think it's in the past for him. I don't know. Don't be like that. What? Dude. I don't think I'm going to meet Apollo. Maybe I am. I don't know. I think it's another time thing. I need to untag. Well, I hate this. Every time you learn a new technology, you've got to unpin it. Unpin. Alright. Where are we at? Way over there. Oh, that's pretty close. And actually, I think I was just there. Is that... Well, it says crash ship. Okay, I haven't gone over this direction. I was like, whoa, we did a lot of exploring nearby. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. Come on, one more fauna. 300 units. I wish they had a different unit of measurement rather than just units. 200U. I wish they called it something else. Alright, I think that's gonna fit. I think my... Yeah, so I'm full of frost wart. 500. So all I want to move over here is plutonium and thamium. And probably not even thamium.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
A lot of inventory management in this game. Alright, here we go. What do we got? Can't see it. It's definitely a crashed ship. A pretty ugly one at that. Pretty ugly. What would have been cool is to say, hey, you've been doing a lot of jobs for Null and everyone else, so here's a awesome ship. Oops. But they chose not to do that. Sentinels are following me. I'm wondering why. Remember, Sentinels are the cause of a lot of this trouble. So as I get as I get closer and closer to discovering whatever the issue might be, chances are that I might get attacked more often by Sentinels. Some strange sound. See, I think he's in the past. I have given so much to you, Atlas. We all have. You understand that, don't you? If you don't succeed, there's no point. My life was meaningless. So I think this is some kind of Corvax who kept erasing what he was, or something like that. So I think I'm supposed to go to another portal. Yep. But we shall wait. This is one hideous ship. A class, so a little bit better. And the numbers are very low. Oops. Alright, so where are we supposed to go? Portal? That way? That way? Where is the 5 hours? Okay, so gonna have to fly over there. Ruin off planet. Ship 2 minutes. There's that vine that got me earlier. Make sure we're going in the right direction here. Alright. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to head back to the ship. Oh, we're going to pick up some more supplies. Then head back to the ship. And then go investigate the portal. So, join me next time for more No Man's Sky. For portal number 3. And see what's going on. I really liked that first world we went to. The one with the strange blocks in the air. That was pretty freaky. It was pretty cool. So, hopefully we get something like that. If not, we'll see what comes up. But that's next time on No Man's Sky. Thanks for watching.